banana phone.
You can hear the official ring. Mr. Fangorn, how you doing today?
Hi, Mr. Dane.
It is so good to have you on the line, Mr. Fang. I've known Mr. Fang for for a number of years here on the Morning Coffee Mix and within the virtual world of Second Life. Well, Mr. Fangorn, we're excited to have you on the phone today for this segment we're calling Stars. So, Mr. Fangorn, how many times have you watched this show called Dancing with the Stars before?
I watched about a half hour a couple weeks ago.
So our expert on the show has watched this for like a half an hour, you're telling me? So, okay, well, this will be interesting then. Mr. Fangorn, let me go through a few of the...
who are the stars and who are the dancers? I can never figure that out.
Well, let me ask you a question or two here. First off, you doing all right? Everything's going pretty good for you there in Jersey, I guess it is, as it's called?
Yep, Jersey. Yep.
Jersey's doing good. Okay, let me look at this thing now. I'm going to go through a few of the folks that are on the show, and I want to ask and see how much, Mr. Fangorn, have you ever seen the movie Karate Kid before?
Yep.
Okay.
I've seen that.
Okay.
I remember that.
You remember the character on there, of course, his name was Ralph Macchio, I think it is his real life name. Well, believe it or not, Ralph Macchio has grown up, and he's actually one of the characters on this program right now, dancing, and he's one of the folks that you will get to decide about here. We also have, you ever seen the show Cheers before, Fang?
Yeah, I've seen Cheers, yeah.
Okay. Of all the people that I've known in Second Life, I think that you would most resemble one of the characters in Cheers, I think. So, always with your vast amount of knowledge up there and sitting on the stool. Those of you that don't know, Mr. Fangorn loves to sit on a stool whenever we have the show. That is his normal place he goes. And a waitress was in that show, Mr. Fangorn. They had two waitresses at one time. You know who? Do you remember the waitresses at all?
Shelley something, right?
That's right. There was Shelley Long, who was the original waitress on the show. Do you remember the one that replaced Shelley Long when she kind of got upset, about the whole show and wanting more money and stuff like that? Do you remember who replaced her?
Kirstie Alley, yeah.
That's right. Well, believe it or not, Kirstie Alley is one of the contestants on Dancing with the Stars this year.
Oh, okay.
And last night, as a matter of fact, something kind of funny happened. I won't tell you what that is because I don't want it to tinge your guess on our pick for the week who you think will get voted out.
I want to watch, but I fell asleep.
You fell asleep. I was at the Chicago Cubs Astros game last night, and I was praying that maybe there was some little bit of a chance that you had watched the show last night. Now I'm going to ask you a very personal question now, Mr. Fangorn. Okay. This is very personal. I apologize for the personality of the. Have you ever seen Playboy magazine before?
I might have seen one or two in my time.
You might have seen one or two. Maybe sometime in the past there was one bouncing around the house somewhere or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, have you seen this reality show that had Hugh Hefner had a couple of his little playmates in his house kind of hanging around? It was a reality show recently. Have you ever seen that?
Playboy After Dark?
No, that's not it. That's not it. That one's a little more different, I think. So, this is a show on one of the, I think it's on, not Encore, but one of the channels where there's a girl named Kendra on there who was, Mr. Hefner's, girl, one of his several girlfriends at the time. She also is on Dancing with the Stars. Can you believe that? Can you believe that Playboy Bunny is on the show?
I'll believe anything at this point, Jim.
Okay. Well, okay, another question. You're a football fan, right? We occasionally talk about football during the year, right?
Yep, good.
That's right. Well, have you heard of a guy by the name of Hines Ward before?
Vaguely.
Okay, he didn't play for your team, I don't think, but he did play, I think, for a team called the Pittsburgh Steelers. He is on Dancing with the Stars, and one of the things, maybe what I should tell you, I don't want to give you too much information, but surprisingly, football stars have kind of done well on the show before. One of my favorite Cowboys of all time, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, Emmitt Smith happened to kind of win the show a couple years ago. Can you believe that? So maybe that'll help you just a little bit there.
Oh, yeah, big help.
Okay. Now we've also got a guy named. You ever watch Romeo and Juliet before?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, you know, it's kind of funny that in this particular time, there's a guy named Romeo on the show, and I guess he's known for. If I'm right, he was on some of the Disney kind of thing. He's an actor and such like that. And I know he's a musician. I tell you, but I don't even know all these folks too much. Here are the contestants: Chelsea Kane. She is was in Disney shows. She was popular for being in some of the Disney shows. Chris Jericho is another guy that's on there. He's known for being a WWE wrestler. Okay. And you ever watch wrestling before? You ever watch, the I guess now it's all rock and roll kind of stuff. Do you remember Fritz Von Erich, by the way?
No. You remember Skull Murphy?
Oh, yes, I do, actually. When I was a kid, I used to watch this quite a bit and stuff. And
Haystack Calhoun?
Yeah, exactly. I know that. There were some of those guys from back in our area, I guess we would know. So let's get to the rest of the contestants here. We'll make sure we give them all credit so you'll know who to pick from. Chelsea Kane, we've already mentioned her. Heinz Ward, Kendra, we got Kirstie Alley. Mike Catherwood was already voted off. Petra Nemkova, she's a model. Ralph Macchio, we mentioned, he's the Karate Kid. Romeo, who's a guy that does a lot of TV stuff. Wendy Williams was already voted off the show. And, of course, we've got one last person that's, we got, I know sometime in your life you watched boxing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Mention some very famous recent fighters. Can you think of any?
Yeah, I remember Chiguera Leonard's on that show, too, huh?
Okay. Do you remember a guy by the name of, whose name was pretty sweet? By any chance?
Sugar Ray, yeah.
That's right. Sugar Ray Leonard is on the show. He's on Dancing with the Stars. So there's our lineup, Mr. Fangorn. Now, what we're asking you to do is to pick the person who will be voted off tonight on Dancing with the Stars. I had the dance off last night. And by the way, you heard me lead in with a little classical gas, and you hear me playing a little Harry Potter. That's because last night was classical night on the show.
That show is on 2 nights in a row?
It is, believe it or not. It's actually on 2 days in a row. They have the dance-offs on Mondays. And then on Tuesday night, unfortunately, it's kind of like the Donald Trump show. One of them gets.
I don't want that either.
Oh, you're missing a good one. That's a fun one. One of them's going to get the axe tonight. One of the couples, the dancing, of course, one of them is the professional, one of them is the not professional, and professional another round, but not in dancing. So one of them is going to get a boot tonight. So who do you think, Mr. Fanghorn, who do you think is going to get voted off?
I'll go for Kendra.
Kendra, the Playboy Bunny. Oh, no, we want the bunny. What would we do if we don't have the bunny on the show? So Mr. Fanghorn's pick to get voted off of Dancing with the Stars tonight is the Playboy Bunny. Mr. Fangorn, thank you so much for being on here now. Everybody's got the chance to call and see if you agree with Mr. Fangorn's pick.